Good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. I am Cosmic Gamers, your new host for the next couple hours here. I hope everyone's been having a great time. We have raised quite a bit of money, and that has been just absolutely fantastic for the first half of this first day so far. So let's keep it rolling. Let's keep those donations coming in. We've crushed all of our targets so far. Absolutely astounding. We still have some polls going for Save Kill the Yoshi Bid War. That is going to be later tonight. You still have about 3 hours to get those donations in for that. So far, Kill Yoshi is far in the lead. You cruel, cruel people. Anyways, up next we have Ristar, any percent with Shime here. Welcome, Shime.
Oh, hey everybody. Hope you're having a nice Friday today. And I hope
Having
that I can show some good games tonight for you all.
Absolutely, I'm excited for the star that is. My name is Cosmic Gamers, so I'm all about space and stars. So
Uh,
I'll hand the reins over to you, and you are good to go whenever. Have
Thanks.
fun. And good luck.
But yeah, for those who don't know, this game was in 1995. It was made by the Sonic team, same that did Sonic, and later the Saturn would make Nights into Dreams. Any percent, we don't need to pick any bonus stage throughout the game, so we're just gonna beat the game as fast as we can. Time starts when I have control of the character. So I'm gonna do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Um, Reese is a fluffy star. His unique mechanic is that he can stretch his arms to reach stuffs on the screen, such as you can hit enemies, you can pass through areas, you can other stuffs. And we can also jump, but most of the time you're gonna jump to get a little further and save a little amount of time. And this star handle here, we call it star handle. It's one of the biggest mechanics of this game. We need to spin 7 times there, and when that happens, you're gonna see that stars we're gonna send off of Ristar. And when we released the handle, he starts to get vulnerable, and we can reach further areas with that. We call it star mode, but there's a proper name for that. Meteor mesh or something, I don't remember right now. And we are in the second act of the first world, and this is the proper way of where we can see the star handle mechanic. And we did the log skip on the best way possible. That saved a lot of time, and we're gonna use a lot of that star handle through the game, especially on the mid game as well. And we're already near the final boss. Sorry, the first boss of the game. And basically, this game has 7 worlds. The first 6 worlds consists of 3 acts, where we have every first act will have a mid boss, and act will have the boss of each world. And the boss for this world here is Hiho. Oops. And sorry for the lag there, but we basically climb the elder in order to hit the monkey behind him. The monkey behind is the boss. So basically, there's a quick kill setup we do there, because that's when we climb the elder, and as soon as the monkey comes down behind him, you're gonna instantly hit him, and then doing that 3 times, it saves a lot of time there. So that was the first world. You're gonna see that each world has a unique theme. So now you're on to Undertale, where it's a water themed stage, and this is basically about execution on the water. So Since the first act don't have nothing to talk about, Cosmic, if you have any time for announcements and stuff, so is ours.
Just remember, everyone, that this is for Child's Play, a company that has been working with over 185 hospitals worldwide to bring gaming to needy children in hospitals who need just a little bit of entertainment. So get those in, get those donations. Like I said, we still have a couple bid wars coming up. There's some great prizes. You can get some perlers, you can get some games, anything that you can think of. And if anything you can think of is games, then yes, we have those. So make sure to get those in. Minimum of $20 will get you in for quite a bit of stuff. So keep it up.
Now we're on the second mid boss here. I didn't talk about every mid boss in the game has RNG factor. This boss here, we're gonna face 3 waves of enemies, and the RNG factor is where they land. So the last wave is important. So the most to the right it lands, better for us. And while we are on the second act of Undertale, I'm gonna explain a little bit of the underwater mechanics that for a platform gaming, it's pretty fast, as you can see. Ristar can swim pretty faster when underwater, and it's pretty solid. It's the movement underwater. It's pretty solid. It's pretty clean. So you can have full control of him. And the second act here, it's a bit tough because we don't want to take a lot of unintentional damage, as we took on the previous room there. The act 2 is basically kind of gauntlet or something. You need to take care of the enemies in order to proceed to the next room. So as long as we don't take unintentional damage, we're pretty fine. We can get some health for backup if we end up with 1 health. That is right now, so I'm gonna grab this health here. RNG time here, got the worst pattern, which is on the left side. We need to open the chest that has a health there. But basically we are on the end of the second act. Okay, nice. And I request that if you have any RNG emotes, this is the good time for that, because Osad is one of the worst enemies on the game because of its heavy RNG. Basically, it can set up some attack patterns. The first one will be always the same, like he's gonna attack on the foreground and one on the background. Okay, he's gonna do it again. But the pattern that we don't want to take is this one here. It's a bit slower, of course, but we don't want to take at all the jellyfish pattern. Okay, he won't be doing that. So we don't want to take the jellyfish pattern because that would make us lose 10 to 12 seconds normally. And that was a cool fight, actually. That was great, actually. Wasn't a bad RNG fight. But yeah, the next 3 bosses will have some RNG stuffs that we will have to deal with them. But of all those 3 bosses, the Osad is the most heavy to deal with, because you can lose a lot of time if he doesn't cooperate with us. So on Scorch, Scorch entirely has some cool mechanics that we want to show off. The first one being on Scorch one, that what we're gonna do is that we're gonna pick up this statue here and carry all the way to a shortcut on the stage. So we're gonna be a little. Yeah, this is basically the worst part of carrying this statue. But once we get past it, we're gonna throw this statue right on the spot that opens up a shortcut there, and that shortcut itself saves 10 seconds. And it's awesome to do that on the first try. If we lose the statue on the way towards the spot, we can try the RNG route that some meteors we're gonna drop, and if we hit them, there's a chance that that a statue can drop from them. But we don't want to get any hopes for RNG. And this part here, we just need to take care and memorize the order of the overblets. If we cut correctly, yeah, okay. Because if we missed a cycle, if we missed the order there, we can do it again and take a damage. So I'm gonna be focused here because this is important. So this part here, I'm gonna take 3 handles, perfect handles at once. Oops. Okay. Second one is the most. Okay. Bad. Okay, that was the first try. If we do this stage perfectly, it's basically the fastest stage in the game, but it's the hardest one in terms of execution. So basically, hitting those 3 handles in the perfect angle requires a lot of focus and precise execution. So Adhan is one of the 3 RNG bosses in the game. Basically, what we don't want him to do is that when he is on the ground, he stays in the air. So doing that attack, we're gonna lose a couple of seconds, and he did twice. That's bad. So basically, it's kind of 2 cycle there. So basically, we hit him twice, and we're gonna free fall in here. And every time we are falling, we need to hit it once and repeat the same cycle once again. But there are some RNGs there, such as the attack he can do in the ground and his position while we are falling. Okay, 2 air attacks, I'm gonna take it. And okay, nice. Wasn't a perfect fight, but I'll take it anyway. So we need to hit the the boss once again, and the fight is done. And now we're going to one of the greatest stages in this run, which is Sonata 1. Sonata 1 has some cool stuffs that I hope that I can show it to you all. Starting from the God Cycle, what we want to do here on this stage is that we want to get every metronome and handle it to the birds that are guarding the way to pass through the next area. And this one here, the second metronome, what we want to do is that we want to take everything correctly and in a perfect way. So when we handle this fan here, we get the perfect cycle that it's on the air. So if we mess up something, we need to wait 5 seconds because of the cycle of that fan itself. Okay, damage there, no worry. But yeah, that was the God Cycle. That's one of the tricks of the game. So we're gonna take this route here as well. Yeah, I did a mistake. I threw it too early. But okay. And now comes another great trick here, which is the metronome skip. So I'm gonna be a little focused here. I'm gonna explain it later on. Ooh, almost. Okay, first try is awesome, but basically we can get the metronome on the mid-air, and by doing that we skip the entire way. We need to do it casually, I would say. And basically on the first try we would save 20 to 30 seconds there. And right now, here comes the reason why we play the Japanese version. So you see that? I think I did a mistake. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, that's what I don't want to happen. But basically, we played the Japanese version because on the Japanese version, you can see which head is going to attack us because of the note on their head. And if we basically hope that we can do it properly, or else if we don't do it on the first cycle, we're gonna lose 20 seconds. So I got a good RNG, but I messed it up the whole fight. And Sonata 2 is interesting because basically it's a stage that most take damage boost here. We're gonna at least kill one dancer there, one bird dancer, without taking damage. And yeah, I couldn't go that. And two things happened there. One is that we couldn't deal with one of the dancers without taking damage, and those guitars there were on a bad RNG pattern that when they land there and we can take a damage. But if we do it properly, we would skip. We would take a extra damage there, and we'll save like a couple of seconds. But that's fine. But okay, we are on the way to the end of the stage. It's pretty delicate to do this stage without taking risks. But here we are. Now we're on Awawek, and Awawek is a troll bird. It's the last of the RNG bosses in the game, and the reason why I said he's a troll is that he can. We need to beat it on first cycles, and each cycle he can. It's RNG. His attacks are pretty RNG. So as the fight goes on every cycle that pass, his RNG can get even worse. And doing that attack that you all saw on the second cycle is something that I don't want to happen, because he usually get in the place that we can reach with our hands, and not only that, he can do the drop note on the beginning of the fight. So yeah, that fight can be a really RNG mess, but we got past him. So now we're going to Freon, which is a snow themed world, and since the first world is straightforward, it's a good time to read the nation. So I'm gonna take a little break here and drink some water while I get into the mid-boss fight.
So, no new donations still. Another poll that you can put towards incentive-wise is picking the color for Cyber Shadow. So far, Cyan is in the lead by $9. You can also pick the Shovel Knight Showdown Top 2 Character Bid War. So far, Plague Knight is in the lead. Your other options are Shovel, Spectre, or King Knight. And you can also change the color for Spiral Reignited Trilogy. So far, purple is in the lead. Keep getting those in if you want to see your favorite colors or your favorite characters being played.
So, this fight here is one of the worst fights. This is the worst beat boss in the game for sure, which is the Freon one. What we do is that we threw two frozen balls on him. The frozen balls are a bit slow comparing to a normal snowball throw, but it's more consistent because we can froze the Freonian and we can kill it at least on a consistent way. So that was a good fight actually. Not the fastest one, but the fastest one requires a lot of RNG factors and a good throw. And now we're on to Freon 2 stage. Freon 2 is another water stage. Oops. Okay, nice. It's another water stage. So basically, we still can have some ice physics here. And we're gonna get up here, get 1 health. And now we're gonna to the end of the stage. The end of the stage has a cool stuff that I'm gonna try to perform it perfectly. But what we're gonna do here is that we are gonna slide here, and on the middle of the platform we're gonna change our direction, and while that we're gonna keep the momentum of the speed. Okay, it wasn't perfect, but yeah, that showed a lot of what we can do on those platforms. So basically that was Freon 2, and now we're going to Itamo. That's the extra reason why we played the Japanese version. He's a cat, he's a metal cat, and he doesn't like hot stuff. So the Freon helps us by throwing soup at him on the first attempt on this fight. And every time we hit the soup on his mouth, he's gonna jump at us. And there's a little RNG there that's where, depending on where he lands, he can jump 3 times or 4 times. So we want to get the good jump patterns. But aside from that, that's just a small improvement. The whole fight is scripted. So more 1 soup left. We're gonna throw the frozen strawberry at us. I think it's a strawberry. I don't know what that was, but anyway. Yeah, and I didn't tell that, but the reason why we love the Japanese version is because the North American version, Itamor, which is the name, is all melted. Oh, yeah, it's worse than the Japanese version. So that's the extra reason why we love the Japanese version. And basically, we're gonna go to the penultimate stage, which is Automaton. Automaton has the only glitch this game has on this run that I call it auto skip, but oh, and this platform here, it changes as we press the grab button. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna be focused, I'm gonna explain it later on. So it's basically now. Let's see if we're gonna get first try. Oh, that was first try. Awesome. That was so awesome. But what we did there was we grabbed that pole on a certain position that the game thinks that pole is, we can pass through it, and since we can't pass it because there's spikes on the other side, we basically skip the intended way, and that saves a lot of time. And that's exclusive for the 80% category, because on the 100% we need to get the bonus stage that's right below. So that's a cool thing to happen on this category. Last mid boss of the game, which is the Commander Hat. The Commander Hat isn't exactly an RNG fight, but his formation order is basically the same, but the RNG stays on the first formation it starts. So, I almost missed the shot there. Would be a pretty mess, but okay. But basically, it has 4 formations, and the first one and the 5th one will be always the same. So, depending on what pattern we get, can save a little time there. But it was a perfect stage overall. So Automotive 2 is kinda a gauntlet. But what we need to do is that we need to do some stuffs in order to get the teleport and pass through the next area. And sometimes we need to kill some enemies, sometimes we need to pass through, sometimes we need to put the platforms on a certain position that we can't reach the platform, the teleport. But basically, it isn't a labyrinth for sure, it isn't a maze, but it's pretty straightforward. So this I would call that a mid-boss because we can't hit it while his 2 feet are on the ground. So when he raises one of them, we basically hit it and he starts to get back. We kill it by throwing it against the wall. Wallpaper RNG there, we got the worst pattern for sure. So we want the crystal to get on the first wallpaper instead of the last one, because we could do a cool swing there to save a couple of seconds, a couple of frames actually. But now you're gonna basically take a break because we're gonna watch all the orblets come down. So a cool time to drink water. So drink water, everyone. So we already got the crystal. Yeah, it's short, but it's kind of fast. But now we want the 3 last rooms in the game. Oops. Okay, now. That was done. That was cool. Salvage. But last room. Okay, that was fine. So basically, you're gonna face Uranin. Uranin is my fave boss because we can hit it a lot, and it has a cool strat here. So basically, the point of this fight is that we're gonna hit it a couple of times, and when he gets down, we want to manipulate the cloud to hit the enemy. And on the last 2 cycles, we're gonna take a damage boost to kill it faster. But I love this boss. This is one of my favorite boss. Basically, by far my favorite boss on the Genesis. I love how this fight goes up. But now we passed through the first 6 worlds, and now we're going to the last stage in the game. That's the Castle of Greedy. Greedy is the final boss in the game. And differently from those 6 worlds, there will be the last 2 acts will be boss fights. So and the boss and the first act is a vertical stage. So we're gonna do a lot of headbutts on the wall to climb all the way to the end. It's a fun stage. So we're gonna get here, and we're gonna headbutt the wall and reach the stairs. We're gonna do here again. Take the last star handle. Oh, no. I just bonked there, but okay. That's fine. So now we're going to face Inonis, which was the guy that was handling the cloud there on the last fight. And this fight here, basically, we want to hit the machine, but there's a wall on it. And while we keep hitting them, it starts to malfunction, and every time Irani starts to repair it, we can hit it directly. So we do that 4 times, I guess. Yeah, and that was a good fight. That was a good fight. Yeah, that was a good fight. And now we're on the way. Beat the last boss, which is Greedy. Greedy has 3 stages. The first part, he gonna send some orbs at us. We need to take care of them. And the other 2 acts, we're gonna need to do 5 hits on them. And time ends on the last hit. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I can move on everywhere. Oops. Okay. 2 hits. 3 hits. No, wait. That's no. We're on the last hit, so time. Yeah, I forgot the count there. But yeah, that was the last hit. So that was Ristar, everyone. What was my time count? Can you tell me?
Looks like it's 29:06.
Oh, 29. Oh yeah, I take it. I had some mistakes on the mid game. I take it. I take it.
GG.
Oh, thanks for the GG. Shout out to everyone that's watching this run. Also shout out to the Ristar community. It's been pretty active recently with a lot of people getting some cool and great DBs such as Chrono, Game Fasters, Dagron, Chubb, Ristar, and everybody else there. I'm gonna do back-to-back runs, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes to Mega Man The Wily Wars. So
Fantastic. That was Ristar. Yeah, like Shime was just saying, he's going to be back shortly in a little bit with some Mega Man Wily Wars. Mega Man's one of my favorite series of all time, for those of you who know me. If you don't know me, well, now you know me. So, we're just going to take a very short break, and we'll be right back.